Hey everybody, Manannan here, welcome back to Crusader Kings 2 Conclave. I am playing as Sultan Alparslan the Magnificent, and I had to give away lots of the land I just conquered, because I had no soldiers. Samos and Thessalia have all become, or Thessalonica, have all become independent, but I did manage to crush a few rebellions, one actual proper rebellion and some peasant revolts, along with a couple of religious ones and all sorts of that fun stuff. I basically made use of my allies to do pretty much all of that, which was useful. But now the Crusade's over, they could actually come and help me, so that's grand. So we're going to give away some land. We're going to give it away to the person who's not ambitious, because that's just a recipe for disaster. And I was looking at what I can do in terms of progressing with my objectives, because if you remember from the first episode, my objectives are to destroy the Byzantine Empire. I'm well on the way to doing that. Creating a custom empire with the Ottoman Sultanate, along with Greece and Anatolia. I have Greece. I am the Sultan of Greece. Anatolia, there's, I think, 20 counties in Anatolia. Yes, and I need 51%, which means I need 11, which means I need 3 more. Byzantium controls their only county in Armenia. And they are a tribute of Samos. Which means the only other people that control parts of Anatolia, rather than Armenia, as I just said, is Rum, which means I need to get a claim, which means I've sent my Grand Vizier to here to try and get a claim on Chosianon, because if I can get a claim on that, not only is it 3 counties, which means I won't necessarily need to take on the Byzantines right away, it also means that I can then create the title just straight away. It will, however, cost money and prestige, which is not ideal. And the third thing was to become a religious head. I said Caliph, but it all depends. I will be fairly fluid with what I actually want to do, because the Caliph of the Sunni faith is currently a vassal of the Bari, who are very, very powerful. And they currently are literally just a single barony in Memphis. So that's quite deep into this territory. And there's no easy way to do that, because my main power, my main expansionist thing, is an invasion, or even a jihad, neither of which are going to be called on a Sunni power. Now, if of course I was to be a heretic, such as Shia, or even Yazidi, because Yazidi don't, basically the other caliphs need control of Medina and Mecca, along with Thousand Piety or Said trade and stuff like that. Whereas Yazidi, to become the Yazidi Sheikh, you just need to control the de jure capital of Mosul, which, surprisingly enough, is Mosul. I don't know why it specifies de jure capital. Why don't just say the county of Mosul? But whatever. I don't even think you need to control the whole thing. So if I happen to get the option to turn to Yazidi, not only would I then have easy CBs against Bari and other Sunni powers, I'd be able to just take that and claim myself as a caliph or a sheikh, which, you know, might be worth doing. We're going to disband these levies. And what domain do we currently have? I'm pretty sure it's just the areas around Constantinople. Yes, it is. And apparently here. So we'll give away Chaldiki. I didn't realise I had that. Give that away to this guy's just. Treat it well, and it will treat you well. So now we have, apart from this guy, who likes me quite a bit, I can demand religious conversion now, because he is we're at peace now. And I could revoke his title, very true, but I don't really want to, because he is very good. His heir is the right religion and culture, so that's fine. He will die and his son will take over, and then that's fine too. Now, in terms of where do I go now, pretty much I just want to sort of increase my levies, because I will need to take on my wayward vassals, I think. Now, I could claim them, but that's going to get everyone involved. Basically, I just need to wait for my threat to go down, which is, you know, a really fun mechanic. I really enjoy it. It makes the game more fun. Yeah. So I'm going to have to wait for that to happen. until then, I'm pretty sure, if we look at the coalitions tab, the defensive pacts tab, sorry. Sicily is not part of it, but Sicily is very powerful. Rum is not part of it, neither is Bulgaria. Bulgaria has apparently dropped out of it. Oh, and what the bloody hell? Why are you? Here's a claim on that county. So, okay, so he had a barony and a county, and as such, he lost the county and retreated to his barony here. Fair enough. Oh, we've converted Constantinople to the true faith. That is great. We're now going to have to try and convert my other land, which is a lot of it because it's all Orthodox and very staunchly so. My other councillors can train troops, I think. If you just look to see who's most in need. Probably Constantinople, to be honest. But they don't really, because of the new administration modifier, which is still going for another 22 years. I'm not going to get much out of them anyway, so I'm just going to do that on my capital, make sure that is right. I can actually, I can move my capital now, can't I? I'm going to move my capital to Constantinople. There we go, cool. So I could actually give away Ankara, but I'm not going to, not quite yet. Does that mean that this number's gone up? It should go up, because the capital increases it by 5%. Oh, hello. What have we done? Against... You attacking him? This random guy? Fair enough, cool. I will help you in that bitter and horrible war that you're going to have to fight now. We're going to have you trained into conscientiousness, or whatever the term is. The Golden Horde is having yet another revolt. The Torapets! The Kingdom of Torapets is still pretty strong. And I'd be interested to see what they do. Oh, I forgot about the Empire of Man, which I still have not managed to fix. But I do find it quite funny that it exists at all. And that his capital is not London, but is instead there. So that means he's got, yes, the Dutch... How did he even form that? He's just got the Duchy of Man. He doesn't even have England. He destroyed England. Why? He inherited it, and then his son... He must have destroyed it, because he didn't have it. Why on earth would they do... I don't know. I don't know. But either way, that's fine. I can apparently call someone into this war, but I can't. I don't know why that prompt's popping up. It's probably a glitch. Definitely is a glitch, actually. What are you doing? Why are you raiding my land? Oh, he's attacking in the Holy War. Well, thank you for trying to expand my land for me. But, unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be working for you. No, it did not work at all. So, Samos is now, their tribute, their sovereign, which I found quite funny. They're in the defensive pact against me, so I'm not going to be able to do anything to any of them without a massive war on my hands. I'm maimed, I forgot about that. Why do I not have... Oh, my son died. He was poisoned. So I've just had more daughters. This is actually turning out not too bad, because if this guy has... He has a claim on the Sultanate of Rum, which I might be able to press. Claim Rum for my courtier. I will not be doing that. However, if he was to do that himself, and I was able to press a weak claim, then I might do that. You need to become more conscientious. Yeah, because my brother has a weak claim. Which, obviously, there are limitations on that. And it's pretty much not going to happen, because what are his vassals like? Fairly fine with him. There's not going to be too much difficulty there. In terms of defensive pacts, only they're involved, but I can't really attack anyone else, so that's fine, I suppose. I've had a niece. My dynasty's growing pretty well, which is quite nice. But no, I might need to. Well, I look forward to being able to expand again. Because at the moment, I've just got to deal with this bloody defensive pact. It's going down. It's not completely unbearable. We'll revoke his title because I don't want this guy to be in my realm at all. Valerius. Well, you've lost your title now, haven't you? And if I was particularly caring, I would actually go through Monophyllite heresy. Oh no! Not a heresy against the thing I consider a heresy at all. We're just going to revoke all these titles. And if they do rebel, then I'll just crush them. Which is all fine. Who is this? You are another random Greek Orthodox, so revoke titles. I'll just do this with all of them, just because then it's useful to do because not. Oh, has he converted? He converted. Cool. Not only is it useful in terms of giving land to people you actually like and having it as a pure realm of people who are your culture and religion, it also means they're more likely to give you troops and money because that scales with opinion, and their opinion of you is soured by the fact that you are a heretic and a foreigner. So if you get rid of them all, then you're going to have a much better time. It just takes a bloody age, which is why holy wars are so satisfying, because you just take everything and then just sort of laugh as it's all yours. Can we get rid of any of this? No? Well, yes, he is Orthodox. Even though all these people are apparently fine with it, I can guarantee some are going to rebel. So we'll just have to be aware that's probably going to happen. I will probably have to go to war with Genoa as well, because they control one of my Constantinople holdings. Yeah, so I can do that. They're involved in other wars. Genoese Holy War for Tuscany. What's going on? Firenze is Waldensian. Of course it is. Cool. So they're involved in that war. Now might actually be a decent time to go for it. Defending against a revolt against his rule. Well, we're going to... Not Holy War for Cherson. We are going to Constantinople Holdings War. Raise up all our troops. And just basically sit them there and dare them to come fight us. And then give away all these titles that I don't want to hold. But it's difficult to keep track of which ones are which. So we'll get rid of them. Get rid of him. More people have done it all at once. There's so many. Christ alive. There's hundreds. Oh, there's so many. Right, so we're going to give away all this land. Lovely stuff. No one there. These guys can all be generated. There we go. So it's obviously each one, they're all tiny baronies, so they don't make that much impact, but combined, it is surprising how much they can actually contribute if they all like you. So they can go up as well. I'm actually going to... Yes, I'll bring the Cypriot forces as well. Something I quite like to do with islands is have them under the control of someone else on the mainland so that I can just group everyone and get everyone all at once, which is really convenient. But it does mean that you've then got a little bit of border gore inside your empire or your kingdom. So it's not often worth the convenience, I've found. Now, wow, you're amazing. 26 Marshal, incredible. You can study technology, I think, in Rum. You're converting, you're training, you're fabricating. Lovely stuff. We need a new commander. A couple of new commanders. Quite a lot of new commanders, because most of my commanders were the Greek Orthodox barons I've just turfed out onto the street. Or rather, they're still in my court, I think. So, whatever. So we're just going to revoke his title. And you. And you. And you. And also the U3. We're going to let the game run while this happens, because otherwise it's just me clicking lots of different titles and telling them that it's you. Agrees me. Of course it does. I'm sure it does. Blah, 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 blah. See, of course I'm way over my domain limit, so people are pissed. But they've already given me their troops, so it's not affecting me that much. Why is... Oh, we're sieging down the trade post. Cool. They're all fine. These guys can now be given away. And there's the last one, I think. Are we still on 8 out of 6? We are. That's fine. So everyone's still grouping there. What I should have done really there was, after I revoked them, just raised up all the levies so that I then had even more troops. That would have been the wise thing to do. I didn't, however, do that. So what are you going to do? Get rid of those ships, because at the moment they're no use. Genoa is quite the power at the moment, but I am winning in terms of troop numbers. We're not going to rush that down because there's no point. It's a city. So it will just collapse under siege fine anyway. Now, we are on about 10,000 odd troops, which is good. And I've got another 3,000 to come from my own personal levies. But whether that's counting the ones that are affected by new administration, I don't know. Not too sure. But we've won that. That siege. You want to betroth my half-sister to him. Why not? I forgot that you were a thing. I could always try and usurp his title. I might have the tiniest empire ever. But that probably is one of the smallest empires you could have. One of these starts with all these tiny petty kingdoms. But they're actually kingdoms. I would, maybe. If you had enough prestige, you could do it. But it would be difficult to actually get claims on the kingdoms themselves. But, I mean, this will give me some expansion issue. But who is currently in this? Pretty much the same people. No one's dropped out yet. I think Rum is going to be my next major war that I'll have to face. It's the only one I'm particularly interested in, anyway. Once these guys... He's pissed. Once these guys... Attraction to homosexual. He's quite fond of me in that way. And do I like him because he's brawny? I don't know. But, yeah, so he's got lots of claims. And that all pisses him off quite a bit. So when he dies, his heir will take over. Lots of paleologists. Those guys, his dynasty. But yeah, once I've destroyed him, well, literally once I've taken that county, I will be laughing, because that's then the Byzantines destroyed, and objective 1 done. Now, you can become conscientious, because that's just one of the best. The Bailiff of Kersi, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to, but if that's the only way I can get all this land, that's what I'll do. Where's the next best one? Definitely Caesarea. So you can go to Caesarea. And then even if I just have to press the claim for 2 single counties, and then Holy War, Laodicea, I'm going to go with that as pronunciation, then I'll still be able to form my empire. If, of course, I have the prestige to do so. Because to get that, it's quite a lot of prestige. I borrowed from the back. Oh no, I donated, didn't I? Yes. So I can convert to local culture. I'm not going to do that though. That could be interesting though. Quite a powerful combination there. Greek Muslims, all the castration and blinding in the world, along with the really powerful succession laws as well. So Greek Muslims, there are things. Sometimes you see the Byzantine Empire convert to Muslim, and it's quite funny because then they get crusaded, because Greece is actually higher on the crusade weight than Jerusalem, which is pretty cool. You, however, want to marry off my half-sister to the Prince of Africa. No, that's not going to happen. So what other things can I create? Nicaea, Adrianopolis, Cyprus, and Sibariot. None of which I want to create because then I've just got powerful vassals, which is not ideal. Not at least until I can... That's a point. I apply on the Ottoman Sultanate. Okay. We've still got allowed all that. I'm going to up my centralization. Do they want it or not? Supporters, lots of supporters. This is fine. What are my council anyway? We haven't really looked at them. Mostly decent. There's no malcontents there. So we're going to go with advisor, someone really who likes me. There we go. He's now a loyalist. He will vote pretty much any way I want him to. Which is grand. Except he's now died. He was amazing. How did he die? Poor health. Poor health! He's strong! He's 44! He had no right to die at all. So we'll have to give away Muggler now. Give it away to someone with really good marshal. No. No. Diplomacy? Yeah, we'll get... He can be a backup. Backup steward. Backup chancellor. In case the other one dies before his job's done. So we need a new marshal. Him. Done. And that's pretty much it in terms of what I'm going to do this episode. What have I actually done this episode? Doesn't feel like I've done much. But it has sort of flown by. But there we go. We've got medium centralization. I am now only one behind my thing. That's only because I'm holding on to Ankara until these other holdings are better. Until they've gotten over the fact that I'm a conqueror and slaughtered all their families. Until they've gotten over that, I'll keep hold of Ankara because it's just better than the others. And yeah, in terms of actual troop numbers, actually no, Constantinople's getting there. Constantinople's definitely getting there. Sultan Hassan has won his yeah, surprisingly enough, he did win that war against the one county minor. Good job. Well done. That was a difficult war, wasn't it? So this guy's king of Sicily, but not... Where's Trinacria gone? I don't know. That's a question for next time. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.